everybody, welcome back to RachandBella Crafts. Rachel here. It's been so long, oh my goodness, I know. So this is how my desk was left 2 weeks ago, when I had the Saturday, had to nip up to Swansea to go and visit my middle son, and then came back and ended up really poorly. And I've just been wiped out with, I think, a dose of flu. It wasn't COVID, thankfully, but it may as well have been for all that it brought with it. Anyway, I was super organised. I was super on it. So excited. I'd found all my stash, all my stuff with all my autumn colours. Oh, I was ready and rearing to go. Look at it all. I just had so much stuff here in autumn colours. I'd even found, look at these. These are from the range, by the way, if you're in the UK. I even have those ready. I've got ribbons here ready. I got trims, all this, flowers, paper, even little shaky things. Super ready and organised I was. And then, of course, like I say, well, my cold had other ideas. So I do apologise. It has been quite a while since I was last here with you. So I've got a couple of things I wanted to show you today. And then I've got 3 really easy and simple techniques to show you for ideas rather, on how to make journal covers using just literally leftovers, scraps. Well, yeah, they're literally scraps, and just some really quick and easy ideas, because they were quick and easy to the point where I made 3 of them. So I'm going to show you all that in a second. Look, I even had all my signatures all done, all folded ready, all my beautiful kits all printed. I did run out of ink, but and I was most disappointed because I spent loads of time making this beautiful kit to work on with you all, and then I've been poorly and I haven't had a chance. But not only was I poorly, I didn't have any ink to print this off, but I have now. I'm so excited. I love this page so much. So these are the patchwork kits that came out this month. If you haven't yet seen them, everything is on offer in our shop at the moment. There's a whole 6 of those as well, and these are the ones that were the collage sheets. There is also an ephemera set out to go with that now. Go and double check. If you haven't seen it, check that out on our Etsy and our Ko-fi shop. I'm going to be using these in these journals that I am making today. But first, before I go on, I must first tell you, very importantly, I was so happy to receive some happy mail right in the middle of my being poorly. That's such a Welsh expression, I know. Amber is one of our design team members. She is such a talented lady, and she is such a kind lady, and she put these 2 beautiful parcels together for me of happy mail, and I just have to share them with you. And I'm going to show you this one first, because that's the autumny one, and her Etsy, not Etsy, her YouTube channel. You're gonna have to bear with me today, guys, first day back and all that. Her YouTube channel is the Night Owl Collage. I'm going to just double check that in a minute, because I am literally still got poorly head brain, and she is on my list here from the last, yes, Night Owl Collage, all one word. That's her YouTube channel. Please go check it out, because you will see there the videos where she's made these items. So look at this. Oh my gosh, this is gorgeous. I was just gobsmacked when I opened it. Absolutely gobsmacked. Not only is this my most favourite kit so far that I've done, but she made this beautiful ephemera holder for me. It's just gorgeous, to the point where I've been trying to find coloured brads, because look at those cute little brads. So I'm going to really quickly show you. Look, she's done a big paper clip on the front. She's even put my initial on the thing. I love just little bits and pieces like that really finish something off. So I've got that lovely giant paper clip there. And then these open up. Here we are. Look, there's a little tuck spot in there. How cute is that? With some of the ephemera. And then inside here, then we've got another little pocket. And this is all really like thick and sturdy with card, and you know, nice and solid. And then there's a tuck there, and there's an envelope there, and she's stuck a fussy cut on there. And she's put bits inside the envelope, because she knows how much I love opening an envelope and finding little bits inside. Absolutely gorgeous. Love it. So that goes in there. So that's the pouch then. Okay, and then inside of the pouch here, there's just so much going on. So let me be really careful now what I'm doing. So we've got beautiful tags. Look at those. And I love your stitching. Look at that one there. Isn't that lovely? That is fussy cut on the top of that. She's done something on there, and I don't know what that effect is called, because I don't have it. Oh, well, you're going to have to go and check out her video, because I'm sure she's done some videos of these, but there's something around the edge of that. I don't know if you can see it. It might be, I know Mum used it. I can't think of the word for it. I don't know. I'm sorry. I have got, oh, and she's done a tuck at the back. My brain's not quite engaged, but that is just super cute. It feels like glue almost, but it's not. You know what I mean? Tassel. And then there's another one there. Let me take the ones at the back. Look at these tags. They are just outstanding. I often do feel a bit bad sometimes when I do tags, because I like to make the tags really pretty. But I do then think, I know a lot of you like to decorate your tags, so I feel like I'm taking some of the joy away. But no, she's found a way to decorate already decorated tags. Look at this lovely little card as well. Stamp that on there as well. How cute is that? Oh, I see. I don't know, naturally. I'm not sure if that's a piece of ephemera. That may be a piece of ephemera. I'm not sure whether she's made that or... It's cute. I love it. So cute. And the colour's perfect. Look at that. Oh, look. And she's backed these with that, the backing paper. Look at that on there. I love it. I love it. It's just so lush. And I'm just so pleased because it's made with the Truly Blue. And then behind here then is a little journal. Look at this. How much stuff can you get into this beautiful pouch? This is just stunning. And then you've got another pocket, envelope rather, in here. Look, with all the fussy cuts. She sent me all these. So I can carry on sticking in there. Which you and I both know I won't do, because I wouldn't want to destroy anything in this beautiful thing that she sent me. Oh, I don't want to bend that now, sorry. Shouldn't have opened it. Rach, shouldn't have fiddled, look. Okay, I'm going to just pop that like that a minute, because I don't want to bend the piece inside. I'll deal with that later. So we've got a little bit of fussy and a bit of ribbon there. And then we've got these beautiful papers. It's all been stitched in, and she's stitched all the way down. She's run this through a machine. Another bit of there, look. So she's basically put everything together for me and is saying, you know, you can do these bits. Perhaps I might actually. That would be quite fun. You know, I can do stuff with these. And there, look, she's got all the bits and pieces there for me to make a cluster. Love that paper clip. That is lovely. Gorgeous, gorgeous pages. I think I recognise that page. I want to say that might be out of the masterboard papers, is it? I think it is. I think it is. And the one in the middle I know was off our paper, off our site, our Ko-fi site, is a freebie. That's that one there. Remember that one? And then of course with this Truly Blue. That's out of the Bohemian backgrounds kit. Gosh, I didn't know how many background kits we've done this, pages we've done this year. Oh, these are really lovely. And then she's stitched in then a big tag, and then we've got a tag behind, and then some fussy cuts here, and then she's put that in. I just wonderful. I absolutely love it. Sorry, I'm a bit slow talking, I know, because I'm trying to think. It's not coming easy to me tonight. It really isn't. Right, I'm going to pop these back in there, otherwise I'll pop it to one side and then it'll all get lost. I am that disorganised, yes. And then I'm going to pop those back in there from whence they came, because it looks amazing. And then I'm going to pop that back on there, like so, without getting my R tangled. There we go, beautiful. So that was the first one. Pop that over there. And then the second one, look, she's made me. Even got a beautiful little bulldog clip to go with it as well. And a lovely note in there. That's for me. And then here, look, with my own autumn papers. So even though I haven't had a chance to play, this came and landed in my lap, and I was like, oh my gosh. I mean, I've literally just released this kit. I don't know how she made it and got it here so quickly. Look, I hadn't even printed these papers. I think that page there, I think, is actually out of the one I did last autumn, and I still haven't finished playing with those either. I just have to move on so quickly. It is frustrating. These are gorgeous. But it is so lovely to have some made ephemera sent to me that I haven't had to make, if that makes sense, and that I can keep, and it's all ready to go. Because I'm going to put these now in my autumn journals. So thank you, Amber, so much for thinking of me. I was very touched. Well, and I got another pocket here. So that's ready to go in. And then we've got some beautiful ephemera there that she's popped in for me out of one of the kits that she's working with. And then a lovely flower. And then look at this. I know she's done a tutorial on this. I'm sure she has. Look at all the clocks. Please go and check this out because this is super clever. So that there is on a piece of film. And she's fussy cut these images here. And then inside, the glue has come a little bit unstuck, but that's down to travel and the heat in my house, not. So I'm going to stick that back down for her. And then inside that, then you've got the clock. That then slides in there. This is so clever. I'm going to have a go at this. We'll do this together one day, shall we? But I'm sure that she's got a tutorial. So please go check out Night Owl Collage, because this is like, well, that's just amazing. That is. I never think what to do with acetate. I love that. And then obviously I've got this lovely then journal card to write on as well, and that pops just inside behind like so. So that was lovely, and like I say, that was a real treat to have that come in the post, and she'd made that and sent that over to me all the way from, where is she from? Hang on, let me check. PA, is that, I want to say Pennsylvania, but I might be wrong. She's in the States anyway, and he literally came in like days. She and I were both amazed. So thank you so much, Amber. I really, really appreciate that, my lovely. Super talented lady. So pleased she's on our team. Okay, guys, I'm going to show you these covers now. Okay, so please forgive me. Oh, sorry, I ended up on the chair then. Please forgive me if some of this next section now is a little bit chippy choppy, because I actually started making this video like 2.5 weeks ago before I got poorly. And I had intended to kind of show you some of the process as I was going along, and then obviously show you the finished product now and talk through it. But I can't now remember what I filmed and what I didn't, so I may just like pop in a video or a photograph here and there as we're going along, and I'll have to just put a bit of text up or something to explain what it is I'm showing you, because I just can't remember. I should probably have watched it all on my phone before I put the camera back on, but hey ho, this is me. You know I'm not very organised. So I basically made these papers back at the end of September, and absolutely love them. I was like super inspired by them. I designed these because I love the fact that they can go either way, either or. Okay, and they were great then for finishing off these papers, which I did as part of the Times and Seasons. So I think it's the backgrounds one has got these long papers in. So I'd made a signature up using these long background papers, and I specifically wanted it to be nice and long. Now I've printed these on full A4 size paper, but obviously if you're not in the UK, your paper will be slightly shorter. Great, that's fine. But you can also print them out to be smaller, or you can cut them, because it doesn't really matter if you want them to be smaller. So if you wanted to make a traveler's notebook size, which obviously this isn't, this is bigger than that, but I just feel it's helpful to you guys when I'm showing you something if I do things slightly bigger than you maybe would, just so that you can see it nice and clearly. So I've taken the opportunity to use some nice long book pages that I had here. I've popped those in, obviously easy to pop in a nice full size. I love that page, it's gorgeous. A nice full size coffee dye paper, and then I've got this lovely writing paper here, and then now I've been able to print. My printer wasn't working at the time, but now I've been able to print out this lovely patchwork paper, and that will then also pop inside there. So whilst, like I say, I had done this, it inspired me then thinking about the kind of journal covers that I wanted to make. So I really enjoyed kind of like putting all these bits and pieces together and doing the faux stitches on there and everything. And I thought, right, I really need something now that's going to you know, will go with that kind of thing. Wouldn't it be great if I could get my journal to kind of, the cover to kind of reflect that on the outside? So I'm going to just quickly fold these. So what I did was I went through all of my scraps, and I came up with 3 different ideas for how I could utilize all of my scraps using fabrics, using some stitching, and then make 3 very different that feels like 2 sheets of paper there. Make 3 very different journal covers. sorry, I'll get my words out in a minute. There we are. So they are there now, ready to go into the lovely signatures I've got here. Because I just had to add those in to the ones that I've already done. So all of these are all done ready with my Times and Seasons kit, and the patchwork papers in there. There's background papers in there. There's writing space in there. But I just feel that they all flow together really well. And of course we've got this one as well, which is the vintage Times and Seasons kit. That's out of last year's. That's Bohemian Rhapsody, I think. Yes, it is. But I think it goes very nicely with that. And then of course I've got some really old book pages in here, and I've got some vintage ephemera in here, and some old documents, some avocado dyed coffee paper. But yeah, so basically everything just feels really like warm and worn and autumnal. And again, I got some like vellum and stuff like that, and some stamped paper. This one this is the one I want to put those patchwork signatures in. So that's all of my signatures done there. I got there should be 4, and then this one. Okay, so I thought, right, well, I'll make one tall journal. So this is the very, very easy simple cover that I've made. Now it's not quite finished, obviously, because I'm gonna just quickly go through with you what I did. So all I have done for this is gone through and looked at my 12 by 12s, found myself something that was autumnal. So basically it's a nice like burnt orange with some polka dots. And then I had a roll of very thin fabric, which I did actually get on the range. So I rolled it out across it. The fabric is only that long. I didn't cut it short, I'm not that daft. It is only that wide, sorry. So I ran it across. I simply glued it onto the what is this called? The card, and then popped it onto my machine and just looked for a funky stitch, and I've stitched all around the outside. Now I have here some of this lovely stuff, and I'm going to go and sit now this evening, because the last job that I've got to do, which I didn't get time to finish at the time, is I'm going to use some of this lovely wool. This is gorgeous. Mum was sent a bundle of beautiful wools and trims from the lovely Brenda Butler, and Mum gave me some snippets of that. So thank you, Brenda, for these. They are going to go perfect with my journal. But I'm going to go and get the rest of my little fabric scraps, and I'm going to make a small snippet roll that is going to finish off the top of my journal, because I got that gap. I'm not going to worry about it, it's fine, and I think it'll look really, really nice. And then I'm hoping that I will have enough then to do a second one that I will then use as a tie to hold this shut. Now obviously this is wider than my signature. Here's my very tall signature, and that's fine. So what I intend to do is to score the sides. I will fold these in, and they will be little tucks then on the inside of this, and that'll be it then. I might pop a bit of lace over it to finish it off, some brown lace or dark cream, but that is just going to be super simple, super easy to do, and it's going to be nice and sturdy as well for my nice tall journal. So that's your first idea, literally cardstock, fabric on top, and then dress as you wish. I mean, even if I were to just use some of this is like rick-rack, isn't it? Is that what they call it? Even if I were to just double this around and pop it around the middle of it, you know, it's as simple as it is. It's still effective for, you know, like the colours, because I mean with fall you literally just want all these lovely vibrant colours, don't you? But I mean, look at that, how gorgeous is that? So imagine that now with a nice snippet roll across the top to finish it off. I might even pop a plate on the front then to you know, finish it off, something from perhaps one of my tags or something like that, but we'll see. I'm not going to commit myself, but just for a simple easy cover, you're not going to get much more simple and easier than that. Okay, so that's the first thing. Literally that was just out of my leftovers, job done. Okay, so for this style of journal cover, you're going to need a piece of, well, this is what I'm using. You could do this on a piece of cardstock, you could do this on paper if that's all you have to hand, that's fine. But I'm just going to use a plain piece of linen. I actually think this is off possibly a pillowcase. It's very smooth on the one side, I'm not quite sure, but anyway, it's just out of my scraps. And then I grabbed my bag of teeny weeny scraps that I've had hanging about for ages and ages. Sorry, it's another cookie monster then. And I've cut them down into, you know, appropriate size shapes, ready. And then I've sat and spent 5 minutes using my trusty little handmade ironing board that my mother's made for me, simply out of a small chopping board. I'm not quite sure what she's put underneath there. And some cotton. I don't know, it might be a bit of batting under there or something, but she basically made me a mini ironing board for my desk. And then I bought this iron just from Amazon. They're not a lot at all. And it's brilliant, because I tell you what, if you iron your scraps for this project, it makes everything just so much easier. Okay, so I'm going to show you now the kind of scraps that I've got here. So I'm talking things like this size, okay, and yeah, basically I'm just going to build these up now, and then we're going to create a lovely like collage effect with them, and then we will do something interesting with them then after that. So I'm going to just quickly whiz all of my scraps all over this, and then I'll come back to you. So I took a piece of, I don't know what this is, an old pillowcase. I've just cut it down to size, and I went into my little bag of teeny weeny tiny scraps, and I picked out everything that I really loved, because I didn't want anything on here that I didn't like, and I tore them down to make them into even more smaller squares, into even smaller squares. And then I just stuck them all on with some Pritt stick, placed them all onto my fabric, and then I spent then about 20 minutes on the sewing machine, and I literally have just run across every single seam. And this is a really good opportunity for you to test some of the different stitches on your sewing machine, because as you see, I've used different ones. Oh, I've missed a bit there. Oh no, I haven't. There it is. So I did start off just doing, you know, the long running stitch, and then I thought, this could get a bit more interesting if I perhaps put some zigzags in, and then I use this nice loopy one here, and I just, you know, just adds a little bit of interest as you're looking at around it. But yeah, there's just so much to see on there. It was a bit eye-boggling at first, trying to make sure I caught every seam, but it really didn't take that long. So what I will now do is put another piece now on the inside of that. I may actually use a piece of cardstock. I may just glue that now onto some cardstock, or do a final stitch around the outside, because what did I do with my signatures? This now is going to make a really lovely, and you'll see now when I put it in front of it. What have I done with them? There we go. So just see now how like where I was inspired. That's going to be really nice now to open that up. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to fold this bottom bit up here, like so. Because obviously you won't see that. It'll be, I probably put a bit of cardstock in there, I think. And I think I know the piece I'm going to use. And then my journal will fit just nicely. Now, if I find when I pop my signature in that in actual fact it's a bit too short, that's no problem, because I will just simply then add some lace onto the edge to extend. But actually, I think it's okay. And then again, we'll perhaps use, I don't know, maybe we'll use some of this to go around it and do it up. What do you think? Now, obviously, I can add something onto the front of that as well if I want to, a plate, but I actually don't see the need. I think that is really lovely. Very attractive. There we go. Look at that. And it was just so easy, but it's all made out of scrap. I didn't have to purchase any of that. It was all out of the scrap bag. And I think that just looks lovely. So I'm really pleased with that one. So that was number 2. Now, number 3 was a little bit more involved, but I know I did either little videos or little photos to show you this as I went along. Don't judge my stitching, please. Okay, so this is the other side, a bit of that, what is it called? It's a pillowcase I've used here on the inside, okay? I folded it up just to kind of make it a bit more sturdy because there was a seam at the top. I've made it much longer than a page. So, let me get a piece of paper a minute. Sorry, I can't. Fingers and thumbs. Right, so it's much longer, as you can see, purposefully, because I've made this cover to attach itself to, it's going to fold in. So that edge there will come in there like that, and then I'm going to stitch the bottom, and then basically I'll be able to slide my signatures in there and there, and they'll sit inside then. Does that make sense? And then if I want to take it out and reuse this again, I can, but I don't have to do that, obviously. So how have I done this? Right, well, what I did was I basically got strips of autumnal, I felt, coloured fabrics. And I ran them along, first of all, in a, like a, how can I explain? Like this. I layered them like this, right? Along the fabric. So one on top of the other. So it's like making waves, okay? Then I glued them all down. And I literally only used Uhu to do that, all right? Then I went and got some like textile fabrics. So I went and found some brown lace. I went and got a bit of sari silk, tore that. I got another bit of sari silk there. This is a bit of old like lacy ribbon, and this is just a really old bit of lace fabric I had there, and underneath that is some crochet off an old top that I actually put in a box, sprayed with my this stuff, and it went a nice autumnal colour because it was really white at first, that crochet stuff under there, but that's actually come off an old blouse of mum's. And then I sat in front of the TV and painstakingly, and I say painstakingly because I'm not very good at it, hand stitched these bits on, but have purposely done it in a way that they are really like, I kind of like bunched it up as I was going along. So can you see, then that'll give it the effect then that it's like it is coming off the page. Unfortunately, something heavy's been on top of this for the last 2 weeks. I didn't realise, so it's all a bit flat today, but it will come back up, I'm sure. And again with this, I've literally just caught it and done some interesting stitching and run across the side. And here again, for example, so you want your stitching to show. So if I show you how it looks when it's folded, so imagine that's on the inside, okay, and then that will be the front. Now that's actually a bit of like paper I put on there to give that, but I have missed, and I had a gap, so that's fine. I've got a workaround for that, but I think that looks really lovely. I'm really pleased. I put that bit of lace on the top to finish. It's the only bit I stitched with the machine was that bit there. But what I do have is these. So I'm going to pop that in there like so. And then that will just cover that little gap there where I've missed with the thing. And I think that looks lovely. And then I might pop that one there. That is the right way around, isn't it? But again, these are just little scraps that I've had. All these are old scrap bits of fabric. But I just think it looks really effective and it feels really autumnal. So again, dead simple idea. Really easy to do. Have a go, guys. Have a go. Don't worry about your stitching because you're not going to see that. I'll cover that over now with a bit of plain fabric. Nobody's going to see all that. But it was a lot of fun. And I really, really enjoyed it. And I know I'm going to love working in this journal. So that was very quickly 3 very simple and easy ideas for you on how to make some autumn journals for your autumn covers, sorry, for your journals using your leftovers for your lovely signatures. I hope by the time I come to do my next video, I've found my words again, guys. Thank you so much for being with me this afternoon. I hope you enjoyed my very quick tutorial. And obviously you will see more of these as I hopefully will be back now working on them for the next 2 weeks before we start the Christmas collaboration. I'm so excited. But back to autumn now for the next few weeks. So have a lovely rest of the weekend. There are some freebies up. I will pop a picture of them up now. You're available for you to go and download from our Ko-fi channel. Please do so. Go and help yourselves. And I will be back with you all in my next video. Thank you ever so much for joining me. And again, thank you for all your messages and for all your prayers for me to get better. So see you soon. Bye now.